Now we are going to study application of equal area criteria case 1. Sudden decrease or power due to three-phase fault and system will be regained as original after few cycle. So now we can see that if this is terminal voltage VST, so do not need to worry. So this is VR at the angle of 0, and this is JX, and this is JX, and this is XT, basically J into XT. So these are all the single line diagram values. So what is happening exactly? Sudden decrease in power due to three-phase fault and system is regained as original after few cycle. Basically, the whatever the fault is happening, let us assume fault is happening at source point, means at the generating station. This transformer will be near to generator, and just after that the transmission line will start. So if the fault is happening here, so current will start from here, here, and initially if there is a short circuit, so all the power will be going to this short circuit and there will be no power transfer to the load. Let us assume this is load. So PE value is equal to 0. So PE value will be equal to 0. PE value equal to 0 when fault occurred near the source. Or let us assume if the fault is occurred at point B near the load. Let us assume here the fault is occurring. So if the fault is occurring at this point, so basically what we can observe is, we can observe that here same case the current will be flowing in both the cases. So all the current will be going from this branch will be going to 0 ground, and if this upper line come to this point, and it has to decide whether it go to short circuit or it go to load. So we know that the current will always, or power will always follow the short circuit path, so this will go 0. So again we can say P is equal to 0. So we saw that if any kind of fault is occurring at source terminal or the load terminals, we can say that PE value will be equal to exactly 0. So now we are going to understand this point. So coming to the P delta diagram, basically we must understand this P delta diagram very carefully if you want to understand the concept of this value, this knowledge. So coming to the P delta diagram, if this is P and this is del. So now initially when there was no fault, so our P delta graph was like this. This was PE. This is PE, basically. P is equal to P max sine delta. We all know P max sine delta, and one will be the power transfer. This will be mechanical power input, this will be mechanical power input. So here it will be PM naught is equal to PE naught, and it is cutting at point delta naught. So here, and this is delta max, before disturbance. Now what is happening, it after occurring the fault, if this value is operating at this value, so after occurring the fault the PE value reduces to 0 instantly. So PE value reduces to 0. So now we are going to draw with this pen, that is PE reduced to 0 instantly. So PE reduced to 0 instantly. And what happened when PE will be equal to 0? So we know that PA is equal to PM minus PE. So PA is equal to PM minus, and PE becomes 0. So PA will be equal to PM, means all the mechanical input applied to the generator will be used to accelerate the rotor of the generator, means the delta value will increase abruptly. Abruptly means very fast. So very fast. So we can see in the diagram, P delta diagram, delta will start increasing very fast. In this direction. So what will happen? Let us assume, and system is regained as original after few cycle. When the system is regained as original after few cycle, see carefully guys, it will be instantly the system will be regained, and this P will start transferring. When P start transferring, this is going directly to this value. So this is, let us assume, delta 1. This is straight line basically, do not confuse. And what you think? At this point, this delta will become stable? No, it will have inertial force which can take this point as like this. It can go at any value, it can go at any value. So I am taking this del 2, and I will also take the critical angle. So this is del 2 basically. So we can see clearly that, and now after that, the again the generator will decelerate because of decelerating torque, and this will be stabilizing at point del naught or del 1. Always remember guys, there is no input change in mechanical. So the calculating criteria will be like this. So our power system will be stable at del naught. And let us see the T delta diagram also, you can understand clearly. So this time this will shift at this, although the upper magnitude is higher, but it will shift at the same delta naught. So in case of the mechanical increased input, we have seen that it was like this. After fault, it was not settling at delta naught, it was settling at delta 1. So that case was the improved when we increase the mechanical input, but this case there is no increase in mechanical input, there is a variation in PE. So this is stabilizing at del naught. So I think this concept is clear. Now we can apply the equal area criteria and write the, so we can write del naught to del 1, del naught to del 1, which Pm upper is Pm, lower is P minus 0, Pm minus Pe d del is equal to this. A1 is equal to A2, we know that equal area criteria, and this del 1 to del max, del 1 to del max, and we can write P max sine delta minus Pm d delta. Clearly we can see from here that, so this is how we can calculate this del 2 value. Let us assume, take the critical case. So while discussing critical case, I have to draw the circuit again. So this is P and this is delta, this is delta. So when we are drawing once again P delta curve, and now we are going to take the critical case. Critical case means, you will understand, first follow here. So this is, let us assume Pm naught is equal to Pe naught, and this is the point delta naught. So what will happen when fault occurs? So when fault occurs, this value will be reduces to 0, and this value can go to up to the maximum value of, let us assume it is cleared at delta 1. So delta 1 it is cleared, then we know that this is delta 1, so it can goes up to the maximum value del max. This is the critical case. So clearly see guys, this is del max, so this will be accelerating area, this will be accelerating area, and this will be decelerating area basically. Now one important point is come here, that is, if the system is regained at point del 1. So if it is regained at point del 1, so the inertial force will bring this to del max. So this is the critical point, but after this del 1, if the system is regained, then the inertial force will bring this point greater than del max, like here in terms of P below this Pm, and once it is go below this Pm, so our system will be unstable. So we can see here there is a critical clear angle. So del 1 is basically said as del Cr, means if we are not clearing, or the system is not regaining is at its original state before this angle, so the system will be unstable. Or we can say, if the system is not clear before this angle, then the system will be unstable. Or after this angle del 1, if the system has been regained, the system will be unstable. So delta 1 is critical point, and delta 1 will be here in this case will be considered as del CR. So del CR is nothing but that angle before which if we do not clear the system will not regain, our system will become unstable. Now we can calculate critical clearing angle from here, that is while applying equal area criteria. I am writing, so equal area criteria with the help, I am writing like del naught to del CR Pm minus 0 d delta is equal to del CR to del max. We can write P max sine delta minus Pm d delta. So guys, this is where we can calculate the angle of del CR. So we have discussed earlier in the lecture that we must know what is critical clearance angle, and now we are going to analyze this del CR. So now we are going to calculate the time. As we can say in terms of delta, as we can say in terms of time, that after occurring the fault, there is a time before which if we do not clear the fault, then the system will be unstable. So that time will be called as critical clearance time, that will be written as TCR basically. So now we are going to focus on TCR, and we calculated the value of del CR with the help of equal area criteria, and now we are going to calculate this TCR. So now I am going to derive this. So we know that PA value will be equal to Pm minus Pe. So value during fault, we know that Pm minus 0 is equal to M d2 del by dt2 basically. So we can see from here that Pm upon M is equal to d2 del upon dt2. Integrating with respect to t, both side, what will we get? Both side, we will get Pm upon M T plus C1 constant is equal to d del by dt. So now we are going to calculate the value of T. When we know that when T is equal to 0 means when fault is just occurred. So see in the T delta diagram guys. So this will be like this. So we have discussed earlier this, the diagram will be this. So at t equal to 0, we cannot say that basically what will be exact value. So delta is the state variable, is delta is state variable. So we know that state variable has quantity del of 0 minus is equal to del of 0 is equal to del of 0 plus. We have studied this in network. So when t is equal to 0, d del by dt will equal to also 0. So this thing will be equal to, and this can be any value. So when t is equal to 0 means at the time when fault is occurring, d del by dt is equal to 0. So from here we can calculate C1 value is equal to 0. Now we have the equation, that is Pm upon M into t is equal to d del by dt. So now once again integrating both sides with respect to t, integrating both side with respect to t, what we can get? Pm upon M t square plus C2 is equal to del. So now we can see clearly from here that when t is equal to 0, del is equal to del naught. So putting this value, what we can take, t is equal to 0, C2 will become del naught, and now putting in this equation. So now our equation become Pm upon M t square plus C2 value is del naught is equal to del. So putting the value of C2 in this equation, we can get this. And now what we can do is when del is equal to del CR, so the T value will be equal to TCR. So now we can write this equation like Pm upon M TCR square is equal to del CR minus del naught. So now we can write TCR is equal to under root of under root TCR is equal to under root of del CR minus del naught upon into M upon PM basically. So we know that if this PM is in per unit, so this M should be also in per unit. So M is equal to, we know that the formula of M in the corner, M is equal to, we know the formula GH upon pi F. So M value in per unit will be equal to H upon pi F. It will be divided by G. So now we can write TCR is equal to this two value here, two value will be here, so this will be 2, so TCR value will be equal to 2 into del CR, 2 into del CR minus del naught M is equal to GH upon pi F, so MPU is H upon pi F, H upon pi F into PM second basically. So this is how we can calculate the critical clearance time. When the question will ask, you will understand why I derived this formula. So this is all about this case number 1, and now we are going to solve few equation. Thank you.